Juraj Slafkovsky is absolutely livid. This guy hates to lose. He was probably the most dominant player on the ice for the Slovakia versus Germany game, and there was a lot of stuff that just, lit a fire underneath him. We got to get into that. Plus, Cole Caufield playing for Team USA alongside Trevor Zegras and another underrated Habs prospect that played second line in this tournament. We got to go through all of that coming up on this episode of Habs Digest. But before we get into the video, guys, I haven't asked you this in a while, but we've been getting crazy views as of late, and over half of you watching, as you can see down below, are not subscribed. We have daily Montreal Canadiens content. We talk about all things Habs and even some other stuff in the NHL. So if you want a daily home for Habs news, this is your spot to be. Jesse, we got to get into this, and Slav is big mad. Of course, Team Slovakia faced Team Germany today in the IIHF World Hockey Championships, which heavily featured Juraj Slafkovsky on the first line. It was a brutal 6-4 loss. Slovakia's goaltending, well, their goaltender only saved 17 of 22 shots, also an empty netter for Team Germany, while Philipp Grubauer stood tall with 34 saves and 38. But Jesse, Juraj Slafkovsky was maybe the most dominant player on the ice. 2 assists, 6 shots, only 10 seconds less than Simon Nemec. The top pairing defense played about as much as Juraj Slafkovsky, and he lost the game, and you could tell he was angry. Look at his face. As some people were saying, the sixth member of Good Charlotte with that hairdo, the anger. This guy said some things that maybe I can't repeat. This second part here, mother one, mother two, talking about the referees. Jesse, this passion that Juraj Slafkovsky has is absolutely insane, and I love to see it.
Yeah, Slaf was fired up. Even though he was playing so well, he cares about winning so much that it means nothing to him. He almost was willing to refuse the trophy, just give it back to the rabbit, basically, at that point. He just cares about winning, but rightfully so, because Slaf has been playing like a superstar since this tournament has begun. We see just scoring highlight reel goals. And Josh, I'm just so happy to hear about this to see it, because, I still get nervous sometimes, with Slav going into these tournaments, we know the hate that he's gotten, that if he doesn't come out and score a hat trick or a highlight reel goal like he does in the first game, that people are going to come out and say, oh, he's a bust and this and that. But we're getting to the point now where he can do it on his own. He can do it without Slav. He can do it without Cole. And that's really just so amazing to see, really establishing himself as an elite level player in the NHL. And as we can see, he is huge in Europe. He's getting at the levels now where they're saying he's more famous than how Pasternak is in Czech. Mm-hmm. He's almost getting to Yager levels of stardom. That's basically the comparison, the way they love him so much in Slovakia.
Yeah, that was exactly what a reporter said. They said the only person they could maybe compare to of Slav's fame in Slovakia is Yager in Czechia. It's ridiculous, right? People love him, and part of this, his passion for the game is a big part of it. But Jesse, he was not only his passion for the game, but his skill. You watch this, he actually didn't get credit for this goal. He got a secondary assist, even though it looks like he tips it. They never gave him credit for that. And on this second goal, he just charges in front of everyone. It goes off his teammate and into the back of the net. And don't forget his goal just the other game in the pre-tournament game versus Team USA, Jesse. He is all over the ice. He is doing absolutely everything. And what I love to see is that confidence when the puck is on his stick, right? When he was in the NHL, he kind of looked like, he wasn't sure for the first part of his career. Then he got with some good line mates that gave him confidence. He started to develop that single play more where he could start driving the plays. That's still something that he's got to improve a little bit on at the NHL level. But in the Olympics, and heading into his draft year, in these world championships, when the puck is on his stick, he is the most confident and most physically dominant guy on the ice. And translating this, these players in this tournament, there's a lot of NHL talent. It's not like he's going up against scrubs, right? But this is the kind of tournament where, like you said, you want to see him come in and dominate and just to show how good he is. But Jesse, I think he's doing even better than we could have imagined. Not only is he driving the play, tilting the ice every single time he's out there, he's still getting in the dirty areas. He was in front of the net, driving these plays, making great passes, screening the goalie, doing everything he needs to do. He's just that one-trick pony jack of all trades. He's not a one-trick pony. It's the opposite. He's doing everything for this Team Slovakia. And yeah, I can't even begin to explain how much I love this passion, but also just love how he's playing the game. It's unbelievable.
That's exactly it. That's the key to success, is taking the puck to the net, going hard to the net. It seems like he almost got robbed. Seems like he almost had 2 goals in this game, right? But it's by going to the net that he's making it happen. We're starting to see that net front presence and being able to tip, but now we're seeing kind of carrying the puck and really bringing it to the net, being really that difference maker. And as we saw, you know, in the first goal that he scored in this tournament, like, what he shows on this play, right? Like the amount of strength to really protect the puck and keep it away, right? He then fights. Look at that inside move. Now he's attacking the net, looking shot all the way, using the defender to really screen the goalie to fire home. We have so many different great skills and intelligence all coming in collaboration here for an amazing goal. I love him becoming in that superstar. He was always meant to be in that confidence, like you said, Josh, really shining through.
Yeah, not only is his fame spreading to Slovakia, this whole clip here of, if you guys have seen the translation of this clip, you know what I'm talking about. And this part here, yeah, stuff I can't really say, number 1 and number 2, pointing to the 2 refs. He said that is the most terrible, to be nice, that was awful, the most terrible call I've ever seen. Number 1, number 2. It's meme everywhere. People want to make t-shirts of this. It's unbelievable. But Jesse, he's not the only guy in this tournament. We did want to talk about a couple other Habs players and prospects that were playing today. The first one, Cole Caufield. As of the recording of this video, we haven't seen Cayden Guhle play yet in the real tournament. Cole Caufield for Team USA, they suffered a pretty brutal loss to Team Sweden, 5-2. Joel Eriksson leading the way for Sweden, 2 goals, 1 assist. Phenomenal game from him. Caufield was a -2, but Jesse, he's been playing with Trevor Zegras, and honestly, like, I want to see Caufield succeed. I kind of like that Team USA doesn't win, you know, a lot of the time. But I do want to see him play well. And he's with his buddy Zegras on the same line. And, like, I just want to see Caufield get going, right? Because, like we said with Slav, this is the kind of tournament where I know it's after a long season, especially Caufield coming off shoulder surgery. I really feel like he wants to get out there and show his mark. He wants to go out there and prove, like, hey, I'm getting better. And I think it's just due time before we see Cole Caufield light up the back of the net, light up the lamp a couple times.
Exactly. And, you know, just getting in as much time as they can, playing hockey at a high level. This is really good, not only for them, but for the Montreal Canadiens. So we're expecting big things from them because we know what Cole Caufield is capable of, especially on the line that he's playing with right now with Brady Tkachuk and then also with Zegras. You know, it seems like you got a little bit of everything on this line, right? So we'll have to keep an eye on how he's playing, but for sure, Cole Caufield wants to come out. He wants to light up the lamp, and he wants to be the most dominant player for the Americans at this tournament.
Yeah, I hope he can really pick his game up a little bit, because, you know, not the hottest start. He wasn't bad, just not the hottest start, and they'll have lots of chances against some other teams that are not as hard as Sweden to get their guys rolling. Last guy I wanted to talk about, and I think a lot of you guys would be interested in this too, Oliver Kapanen. Now, we spoke yesterday about how he signed a contract over in Sweden, the Swedish Hockey League, for the team where his father's the general manager. So he may come for training camp this year, but he won't be in North America, at least until next year, it seems. But Jesse, he was playing second line for Finland, a team Finland that lost 1-0 in the shootout, the worst kind of loss. Can you imagine 0-0 at the end of overtime? It sucks. But he played over 15 minutes playing with Jesse Poirier on his wing. Of course, an established NHL player who's had some injury troubles and hasn't been able to really get it going in the last couple of years. But he played pretty well. He was playing in a lot of different situations, and just watching him play, like, he doesn't feel out of place with other NHLers on the ice already. I mean, he's not the most dominant force on the ice, but I just love when I see that, right? He's at this World Championships in this big tournament, second line, you play 15 minutes, former captain for the World Junior team. Like, I'm really happy with what I'm seeing from Kapanen as of late.
Yeah, nice sign of respect. Definitely being such a young player to get playing 15 minutes of ice time, right? And this is one of the better younger players of Finland, right? Mm-hmm. So this is a player where, even though we're not seeing him in North America, we can't forget. But these tournaments provide such amazing opportunities for these players to really grow and develop and really get out there on the international scene, where they can really kind of see where they're at in comparison to a lot of their peers, kind of getting away from just the leagues that they're normally used to playing in. So of course, you know, we want to see Oliver Kapanen just continue his development and have a solid tournament.
There's a lot more stuff to come in this tournament. There's going to be a lot more clips, and Slav's next game is against Kazakhstan, and you know how locked in he's going to be for that game. Starting the tournament with the 2-assist game, I can't imagine what kind of stuff he's going to try and do. Not to underrate Kazakhstan, to be honest. Like, I know they're not the foremost in the hockey world, but you never know with these underdog teams what they can come out and do. But we're going to try and cover as much as we can related to the Habs for you guys. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, over half of you watching this video are not subscribed, and if you made it to this point and you're still not, I don't even know what you're doing, so hit the button down below. I'm Josh Gosse, my co-host Jesse Poirier. We'll catch you in the next one.